Out on the road you're going to come across three different types of roundabout. Now the first type are the mini roundabouts, these are the most common. Now the second type are the standard roundabouts. And then the final type are the spiralling roundabouts. Now on this video we're going to focus on mini roundabouts, how to identify them and how to navigate them safely. Now you might get on the approach to the roundabout a warning triangle with a roundabout symbol in it. You don't always get these, but at least you know one's coming. The key is it doesn't actually tell you what type of roundabout you're approaching though, but at least you know there is one in the distance. Now if it's a mini roundabout you're approaching, you'll get the blue circular sign. This will be on a lamppost very close to the roundabout, so you should know exactly where it is. This sign is unique to the mini roundabouts, you won't see it on any other type of roundabout. And the next stage is to work out the layout of roundabout you're approaching. It could be as a junction on the right and to the left like shown here. It could be there's only a junction ahead of you and to the left like this one. There could be just a junction on the right hand side and one in front with none on the left. And finally you might get a four-way roundabout where there's a junction in all three directions, but these are quite rare. You tend to see the other three types more commonly. So how do these roundabouts actually work? Now, mini roundabouts were introduced just to kind of help traffic flow and also work as traffic calming measures. There's no longer a major road and a minor road like we learned from those basic left and right turns. Everybody that approaches the roundabout has to give way to somebody. So people from the right have the right. What does that actually mean? So in this example we're coming down to what used to be the end of a road, but they've installed a mini roundabout. So before we were about to come up and give way to both the red and blue cars, but now it's a roundabout, everyone has someone to give way to. We give way to the people on the right, which would be the red car in this example. The blue car coming from the left would have to give way to us. So let's see it done in the real world then. So we're coming down to this mini roundabout to make a right turn. As we're approaching, cars are coming from the right hand side, but we'll notice they're indicating the left. Look, entering this road we've come from. That means me and the vehicles in front, we can all progress through the roundabout, not having to wait. The car then comes from the left hand side, he has to wait for us. Now it's important to remember if either of those two vehicles coming from the right hand side was going straight on instead of turning left, then me and the vehicles in front would have had to stop and give way to them to let them use the roundabout first. So in this example, this was a main road with a minor road on the left hand side, but again now the roundabout's been installed, meaning we all have someone to give way to. In this example we're turning left, and if the red car coming from ahead happens to be turning right into the same road we want to head into, we have to let him go through first. So in this example all the oncoming vehicles are going straight ahead, so me and the vehicles in front can progress through the roundabout. No one's turning across our path, so we're okay just to make the left turn. If we were going to go straight ahead, anything coming from the left would have to wait for us. So in this example it's where it was the main road and there was just a junction on the right hand side, but again been changed into a mini roundabout. As always, people on the right have the right, so we'd be looking at this red car. If the red car is doing a left turn, we'd be okay to progress through, whether we wanted to go straight ahead or do a right turn like in the example, and the blue car would have to wait for us. But if that red car was doing a right turn, we'd have to stop behind the give way line and allow him to come through first. Okay, so in this video we're approaching a mini roundabout. We're going to be making a right turn, so we're doing our routine observe signal manoeuvre. We're slowing down now, looking to the right, there's nothing coming, so we're all good to go. The oncoming car, well, he's going to be on our left hand side, so people on the left, or they get left behind. Okay, so again we're going to be turning right at this mini roundabout. This time there are cars coming from the right hand side, but as we approach the junction and look, we notice that they've got their left signal flashing. That means we're okay to enter the roundabout, and again anyone coming from our left hand side would get left behind and have to wait for us. Okay, so finally that four-way roundabout then, things get a bit more complicated now. As always, we give way to people from the right, so that red car's an issue. People on the left get left behind, so that blue car should never be a problem. But the problem is now we've got the other junction, the one ahead where the yellow car is. Now the issue is you both give way to the right, so if you're turning right, now they're going to have to give way to you. If they're turning right, then you're going to have to give way to them. If neither car's turning right, it's not an issue anyway, it's only if one or both of you are making a right turn. So the key is, if in doubt, chicken out. So there's no specific routine used on these mini roundabouts. It's exactly the same as what you already know from your basic left and right turns you learnt on the housing estate. So we check our mirrors, just see what's following us. We indicate left or right, or just don't signal at all for going straight ahead so everyone knows where we're going. We need to start moving into our position, so that left position for turning left, right position for turning right, or the central position for going straight ahead. Now we need to adjust our speed and gear, matching the speed to the vision and the gear to the speed, just like we learnt when coming out the end of the road. The final part of the routine, the look. Now this does vary, as you've now learned. We don't need to just give way to everybody, we just give way to a certain area on the roundabout. So people on the right have the right, people on the left, well, they get left behind. And just remember that golden rule, if in doubt, chicken out. Okay, so we're coming down to the end of this road. There's a roundabout. Check our mirrors, indicate left shoulder check, moving into our left position, slowing down, drop into first gear, then starting to have a good look to the right. There is a vehicle coming, and now we just wait behind the white lines that are very worn out here until there's a gap in the road. Once this car's gone through, we follow him down the road, and then we check our mirrors, cancel the signal, and then carry on. Straight on the roundabouts, check our mirrors. We're not going to indicate for this one because we're going straight ahead. We're going to use that central position, number 2. We're slowing down now, matching our speed to the vision and gear to the speed. So we look to the right here, we can now see far enough into the junction to make an informed decision. It all looks clear, let's carry on through. Now we're on the new road, check our mirrors, cancel that left signal and progress down the new road. At the next roundabout, going straight ahead, first exit, check our mirrors. Again, we won't indicate for this, approaching that central position, number 2. Now the lorry's blocking our view here, so we're slowing down, matching our speed to the vision. As we pass the lorry, the vision now opens up, we can progress through as nothing's coming from the right. As we join the new road, let's check our mirrors, cancel that left signal, then carry on down the new street. Okay, so at the end we're turning right. Let's check both our mirrors. We're going to indicate right. We're already in a good position for turning right because we're overtaking this van. We're just going to slow down, have a good look. Now the vision's already started to open up here, so we can see it's clear to progress onto the roundabout. It's important to remember that when we do this right turn to go round the roundabout, not over it. That white paint can be very slippery for us on a motorbike, especially when the paint is wet. After all, they're called a roundabout, not an overabout. Once we've completed the turn, let's check our mirrors. We can cancel that right signal now and progress down the new road. Okay, so we're coming down to the end of the road to turn right at this mini roundabout. There is a little junction on the right hand side here. It's going to delay our signal. Start checking our mirrors, delay the signal till we pass it. Right shoulder check now, moving into position 3. Now the edge of this car's too close to us, so we're going to hold back. Just as we get near the roundabout, you'll notice this vehicle coming on the left hand side, the white car. We need to give way to the navy one on the right, but that navy one's giving way to the white one. So if we time it right, we can enter the roundabout in his shadow, using him as a blocker, where they can then progress through. Takes a while to get used to using blockers, but the more you see them, the more you'll get used to them. Okay, so this time we're going to see a blocker situation we can't use. We've checked our mirrors, going to indicate left for turning left shoulder check and entering position 1. Quite a lot going on this roundabout, so we can see there's cars to give way to, so we're going to wait behind the give way line, going to keep our head moving side to side. Now the white car from the right is going to enter this roundabout, but he can't quite complete his junction. He's going to be in our way. Now the dark car's coming through. Look, we could have potentially gone and used that dark car to block the one on the right, but the white car is still in our way. So we're going to have to wait patiently and miss this blocker situation. Once that car's gone, the next one from the right pulls away. We can then follow that car onto the new road. And the next thing we've got to do is check our mirrors, see what's coming up behind us, and then cancel that left signal. Okay, so coming up to a mini roundabout to go straight ahead, second exit, checking our mirrors now. We're not going to signal for going straight ahead, going to approach in that central position. Looking over to the right now, we can see there's a nice big gap, nothing's coming, so we're okay. Any vehicles coming from the left have to wait for us. You'll notice the vehicle on the left now has to slow down, let us come through first, and then it can join the queue behind us. Check our mirrors, cancel our signal, carry on. So the more time you spend understanding this video, so you know who has priority and who has to wait, the better. Now common reasons people don't complete a CBT course because they're doing things like pulling out in front of cars they should have given way to. Sometimes they're just constantly giving way to people coming from the left, or they could be cutting over the top of roundabouts, which as we mentioned, it's quite dangerous, bit of a skid hazard. So rewatch this video as many times as you like, and hopefully it will help you on the day.